Well, what did we actually want to do today? I'll show you. The tractor is a RK25 TYM T25, similar to the 264, all made in Korea. We all know that. So if you have a TYM, you have probably considered putting on brackets like this. And I want to show you today how I put them on version 2 that I think his name is Josh Wooten, makes in Ohio. And I do recommend them, but I want to show you how to install them better, I think. I want to also show you how that's going to happen. So if you want to skip ahead to that, I'm going to put the marker at the bottom. But otherwise, I'm going to show the video that I just recorded, and we'll come back to working on the tractor. Welcome everybody. It's been a while. I haven't recorded much, and honestly I'm not upset about it. There's a lot of stuff that I have been able to get done, and of course this is one of the projects we finished last year. But down here we just finished our patio area. It makes a great area for family and friends to come over, and we have a very enjoyable time regularly. Keeps our fire pit away from the backyard. We also, while doing that, expanded the garden. So the garden used to stop right about here, and we expanded it this way. Angel works real hard at keeping this garden nice, and I think she does a good job. We've got lots of basil, but I'm not sure what we're going to do with it. She makes amazing pesto. You're going to see here the cabbage. We're finally getting some cabbage this year. Thank you to this netting, actually. For some reason, we get so many bugs that would just destroy the cabbage. Not the case this year. Anybody need some trees? This has to go. Got a pumpkin growing in the air. And of course, tons and tons of raspberries this year. And they're amazing. It was supposed to be raining this morning. We just finished picking our peaches, or most of them. I think the key for peaches is to try and get them before the animals do. So you might have to pick them while they're not 100% ripe, but close. So I left a few more on here to try to ripen up a little bit better. Got some here. Peaches are always amazing this time of year. These little owl things do pretty good though. I'm not sure why he's not being triggered. I just charged him. Got to do a little bit of yard cleanup. We took down all these trees last fall, the pine trees, and I'm not upset. I'm glad they're gone. Now I just need to clean the stuff up that was laying next to it. Angel says her corn isn't doing that well. She's disappointed with it. But the potatoes look like they're doing good. She says we need to put up the electric fence again though. There's my wood pile. Made a log, cut a hole in it, and then stacked the wood on it. So the wood's not laying on the ground except for the one. Ah, you can smell the dill. Just gonna collect those seeds. Pretty sure Angel would turn the entire yard into a garden if she had the choice. I guess she does have the choice, so maybe she doesn't. If she wanted to turn the whole thing into a garden, I'd be fine with it. Got some more green beans. All kinds of herbs and spices growing too. Boy, the dill sure doesn't have a problem growing, does it? Nope, not at all. A couple weeks ago we went to Kentucky and we put up gutters there. Toys for the grand boys. Fire's still going a little bit from last night. Okay, I think you can expect each one of these wheels to take about 45 minutes. Your first one might take 45 minutes, your second one might be a half an hour. If you have all your stuff ready, it's obviously a lot faster. But I think what saves the time is connecting these things ahead of time. They have to be connected anyway. There's no reason not to do that as far as I can tell. If you like the channel, if we offer anything good, go ahead and subscribe. I don't update it all that often, so you're probably not going to get a whole lot on the feed. These are reinforcement brackets that we need to put on. And the reason is, they seem to wear under heavy weight. These tractors by TYM, this 25 horsepower can probably lift more than many of the tractors that are 35 horsepower from 15 years ago. I think that's how I'll put it. Though it is 5 years old now, so maybe 15 years before that. Just my experience of operating other tractors that are supposed to be heavier built than this. So being that other tractors might be heavier built or rated higher, maybe this one is not built as sturdy as they could. And so a failure point that I have seen on this is that sometimes the wheels fall off. Sometimes the bearings are wearing out. Now I've already changed my seals and they only leak when I get a really heavy load in the bucket. So if I'm picking up, say, a 1,200 pounds of bricks out of the back of the truck, you'll see drops left on the concrete. and that is, I think, because it's pushing on the seals. I don't want to really change them again. I don't think that's my problem so much. I do want to reinforce them, however, because I have seen other people's wheels fail, and I don't want that to be the case with mine. So I'm going to show you how I installed my reinforcements and what we're going to do this, and I think we're going to make it much quicker. So the first thing you need to do is make sure that your environment is really clean, and you don't want leaves and dirt and grime and all that. Also, one of the things Josh says to do is to make sure you have a load of grease. I tried that and it just made a mess. I think we can do it much better, much faster without doing that. So we're going to start off first by lifting the tractor up. Do my bearings move? They do not. So I don't have a lot of play in those because I've got almost 600 hours on the tractor now. Some people are seeing at a little over 100 hours that it is having problems. First thing is you take the wheel off after you lift it up. Do you need all these tools? Need is a strong word. And you're a strong man. So, absolutely you absolutely need all these tools. So, we just want to clear that up right away. You do need them. Okay. I guess we could put the wheel underneath in case something collapses on me. Wire brush. Clean all the dirt and crud off. You should probably be doing this anyway regularly, like I do. At least around the bolts. Clean those off. We're going to be removing the 3 top on each side. So 6 altogether there. And we're going to be removing these 2 right here. First thing we're going to do is remove these 2. Now, on the bolts you take off have a different head than the bolts that you're going to put back on. So, for instance, this is the bolt we're going to put back on, and it fits good with a 3/4 millimeter or 3/4 inch. On these, they're smaller. They are 17 millimeter head. Let's try it now. Okay, that worked. Now, probably don't use an impact wrench with an adapter. My experience with impact wrenches and adapters, and I have tried, is they tend to break off. Okay. We're not going to reuse him. We're going to set him off to the side. This is actually one of my favorite wrenches, this extendable wrench. Pittsburgh. I use it all the time. Next, we take these off right here. These 6. From the top, it's 3 on each side. I think they're 12 millimeter. Don't need those anymore. Okay, make sure your mating surfaces are relatively free. Take your wire brush if there's any dirt on them. Not too bad. Okay, that gets us to the part where we need to be for the next section. Now, pull out this. You're going to have several pieces here. We're going to show them all to you. This is your bracket. This is what does the work. Okay, we're just going to leave this bolt here. For some reason had to be threaded in on one of mine. It was so tight. Both of these parts are universal for both sides. This is the piece where the tractor is going to pivot and give it strength to the part that is weak, which I guess is down here, this piece right there. What we're going to do is we're going to put this bracket here and this bracket here. You could do this in separate pieces, but I wouldn't. So first of all, put this piece on. This is your seal for underneath, which I already have mine on there. And at the same time, I'm going to go ahead, this seal right here that you see is compressible. Okay, it's supposed to probably keep the water out. And it's going to sit right here. But it squishes when it puts when you tighten the bolt up. We're going to take 4 of these right here. You see that? The wide. And that's the same one that the bolt, the large bolt, can go through. And on the bottom side, I'm going to go ahead and put 4 of them on. You will have to adjust for how your tractor needs them. But I figured 4 on the bottom will keep this from being compressed, overly compressed. Keeps it nice without the metal of this side rubbing up against the other. And we're also going to put this together now. Put this together now. When it squishes down, we're good. Okay, now on the top side, we should have 3 left. I'm going to put those 3 on the top side. And we're just going to do it now. Now we've got a nylon nut locker on this nut. We're going to go ahead and we're going to crank this down now. 1 1/16 is the size of this nut that I received, not 1 1/8. And you're going to see how this goes and how much spacers you're going to need. Now, on the reason I want to put this on first is because it saves a lot of guessing later. And what Josh describes is that these here are, let's see, I figure about 2 go in there, 2 of these size washers. These bolts are going to go in like this right here. Okay. I would also recommend putting thread locker on these. We're also going to put thread locker on. Okay. This is also where we move up to a 3/4 inch. Unfortunately, I can't put this on it. There's just not enough room. Okay. Same thing over on this side. I'm putting it in the middle because the threads are there. The threads are on this side. Okay. We will end up putting thread locker here on the nuts too. Okay. Okay, we push this up against it. And what I'm going to do, center them on there, 2 sets of lock washers in between. And that's going to take up almost all the play. Like that. Okay. I can see down here, I don't know if you can or not, but there's very little space, if any, in through here. You're going to see most of it is completely taken up. So that's what we want. We want it to be pretty good. We're going to just start centering these. We're going to put thread locker on all of these, including that too. I'm going to put a lock washer on. Honestly, I think these holes in the brackets are too big. Too much play. If you have extra washers, use them on it. See now, the new size of these are also 3/4. So you can pull out your 3/4 socket. See if it'll fit on. It does. Make sure you're going the right way if you use something like this. Now I didn't put my thread locker on yet, and I'm not torquing them down yet till I make sure everything looks good, and it does. It looks good. Putting the washers on, I am not putting any washers in between these, and that's kind of the difference between what I'm doing and the instruction video.
Sets 2 washers deep, which is about an eighth of
I'm putting the spacers, which he does in the instruction video here.
You wouldn't be able to do by hand. So
that's the only place I'm putting them.
Not necessarily inside of the hole, just on the face. What this is going to do.
I tried the grease method, and then I found out it just doesn't work. For me, it doesn't work. And I'm putting thread locker on. Okay. So this might be why we haven't done that yet, because to get these all in their little spots, those back there, we don't want them entirely tightened yet. I'm putting 2 of these washers on these bolts, and that is entirely because there's not enough to push against these. If you push on just one, and there's so much play in these holes, that what we have going on is it pushes the washers into the holes themselves and bends them all up. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, but I think 2 washers in that case is better than none. My set came with 4 lock washers for this size of bolt. I have absolutely no idea what the intention is for those. 12 bolts, 4 lock washers. I think they're for something, because you wouldn't include them, right? Okay, that's good. It's 13mm. I'm just kind of making sure the bracket is about as centered as I can get. I don't think it matters a whole lot. This is a case where you don't want to over tighten them, I think. It would be easy to do so, I think. I think they would strip. I think these bolts would either strip or the housing would strip. The threads. So that's why I wanted to use thread locker. He's just the bolts feel soft. And there's no torque specs. So I'm just going to where it feels snug. And with a thread locker, I honestly don't think I'm doing much more than 30 foot-pounds. Maybe less. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, now we will go ahead and take those back off and put our thread locker on these nuts. Okay. Okay. Close to centered. Oops. Again, there's no torque specs for this either. So these here I can torque more because the bolt goes all the way through. But you might have to put something on the other side to keep it from spinning. Okay. And then over on this side. So that's how I do that part. Now we'll just put the wheel back on. Somebody said there's an overflow vent for the front axle. I am not sure where that's at. I know where the drain is for the coolant, but I don't know where it's at for the front axle. So if you know, could you put that in the comments? I would love to hear from you, or take a picture of it or something. When you're putting the wheels on, they're always heavier than when you're taking them off. I don't know why. Okay. Lock washers first. I am not sure what you're supposed to torque these at either. I'm going to guess somewhere around 50 because these aren't near as heavy as lug nuts on your automobile. And these are the only ones that obviously get reused. And where's my extension? I don't torque down on these. Just using it to tighten them up. Okay. And that is how I put them on. Now, we're going to review and just make sure that we're not rubbing against things we shouldn't be. I guess we were rubbing against the ground. Okay. Okay, that's how it looks when I'm done. Overall, it didn't take very long. I'm happy with these so far. I don't know if I'll give an updated review or not, I suppose, unless I have problems, but I think these look like they're a really good quality product. I think the installation video could be better, but there's no reason not to get something like this. If you've already invested $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in a tractor, I would just hate to see having problems because of something gave out right after your warranty expired. Now, officially my warranty still hasn't expired, but trying to get warranty service from RK hasn't necessarily been easy. Is it a good tractor? I think it is a good tractor because I think TYM makes good tractors. But trying to get your service through RK, I think it's hit and miss. The place where I bought it from doesn't even have RK tractors anymore. So what does that tell you? If I was getting another tractor, would I get this one? Probably not. I would probably get the, I think it's the 2515. That was a Branson. It can lift about 1,000 more pounds, and it weighs about 1,000 more pounds, and the engine you can turn up from 25 to 35 horsepower. Same exact engines, just throttled back. So, though, good tractor. I think this is a good tractor, but like all things, there's some shortcomings. I think that now that it's raining, I think I'll park it outside so it can get a shower. It needs a bath. It does. And I don't do a good job of giving it baths regularly. Now, I give myself... No, I don't even do that. It's probably a good idea to take baths regularly for your tractors. Scrub them down. Yeah. I do want to get this piece of equipment, which is new. I want to get it in an operation down in Kentucky. It's a mower with hydraulics all through it. I'm excited to try it out. That and my stump grinder that I got, which you haven't seen probably operate too much. This one. A lot of stumps I want to get down in Kentucky. Got to get down there again. We got lots of stuff happening, so take care. If you would, give me a subscribe, maybe notify. I don't put out very many videos, but anyway, take care and God bless. Well, hi!
Why do you got your camera out?
Well, because I was making a YouTube video. I put the new things on the tractor.
And what new thing? Ow!
And I figured right now, since it's raining, would be a good time to watch it. I think it's a good time to...
It's a good time to put up a camera.